Hello and welcome to another Coaster Time video. Today we are playing Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Mobile. I mentioned mobile because sometimes when I try and swipe to place a thing, it shows like some part of the top of my screen. So yeah, that's how you might see that. But this footage, this took me a long time because for you guys it's sped up. But for me, it took literally 2 hours to make 2 buildings. It took a very long time. So yeah, it took a very long time. So this is just going to be me rambling on about what I'm doing. Well, this is playing in the background about what I'm doing in the thing. Right now I'm currently making a balcony. Because the balcony, people are going to sit there, and then you see that restaurant there. There's going to be a facade. And I haven't mentioned this, but this park is going to be a themed thrill park. So it's going to have some really thrilling rides, and it's going to be very well themed. So, yeah. So, you guys tell me what you think the park should be named, and I will name it that. And I will look through the names and try and find a good name. Next episode, I'm going to build what I like to call main entrance coasters, where part of it goes over the main entrance, and it's meant to be like you walk into the park and you see it, and you're like, whoa, look at that coaster. Kind of like Silver Bullet on Berry Farm. Next episode, I'm going to be building one of those. It's going to be heavily themed. It's going to have a storyline, and yeah. So, you can see me building the facade, and, I'm not perfect at it. I don't immediately get it right the first time. Because no one's going to get it right the first time. You're just not. So, yeah, I go through a bunch of changes where I'm like, I prefer this, I prefer that. Because, honestly, I just am trying to find something that works for me. And I'm sure there are better ways to make these, but I don't know them, so I don't use them. Obviously. I'm kind of just looking through, there are some parts where I'm looking through all of the building materials and thinking, should I use this? And then I place it and I'm like, no. So, yeah. It takes a bunch of trial and error for this. So, yeah. It's not super easy. So, next time you see anybody playing a roller coaster video game and you're like, oh, I could do that easily, it's hard. And this is an old one, so I'm trying to find something to place under the stairs. I can't really find something because it's a very limited game. It's very old, so it's very limited, and I have the limited mobile version. So, yeah, this is going to be the only Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 series I do, unless you guys want to see another, because this Christmas I'm getting a computer that can run Steam, and if it can run Steam, it can run Planet Coaster, so yeah, I'm gonna try and have this series go until maybe I don't know, I haven't really decided a date for it to end yet, but I'm gonna do an upload every Wednesday, along with a new upload schedule. It'll be Monday, Wednesday, and that'll be this. And Friday will also be something random. And so that's going to be my new upload schedule. I'm not going to upload anything on weekends. So that's my new upload schedule, and I hope you like it. But I'm currently starting to go up with the building, and I realize that a lot of them aren't the base ones, and the base ones are what I want, because they're obviously the base. So I'm just building those here, and then I go straight back to going up. I'm currently just building the perimeter, And yeah, I don't know, like later on, you won't see it yet, but later on the whole back gets destroyed because I'm like, people aren't going to see it. People aren't going to see the back, they're just going to see the front. I might eventually put the back in because I needed to do it for a thing. So yeah, because the windows, they look through, and I didn't really want you to just look through and see a bunch of grass. So I just placed brick on them to make it look like, oh, you're just looking at the ceiling. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I'll change one of these buildings, like the unused space in this building or another building, into a hotel. I don't know if you can do that in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Mobile, but if you can, I might do it. Yeah, so it's just, and then I decided that I want the front to be windows, so I start placing windows. Well, actually, I don't decide that immediately. I just placed regular for the first layer, and then windows, and then I realized it doesn't matter because that's not at exactly the same level as the floor, so I just go down to the very bottom. So I line it up with the floors and then go down to the bottom, and yeah, that's what I do. And you can see me going out there to delete that because I just didn't like how it looked. So I rebuild those, and then I go over, and it doesn't work. So I move to the next. But I figured out a way to get it to work, which I will use later on in the video. So yeah. Yeah, I didn't know how to get it to work back then, but now I do, so that's what I eventually use. Yeah. So I'm just currently building the windows. It's not that interesting. So yeah, I might go to Knott's Berry Farm soon, so stay tuned for another vlog because I do a lot of this. So yeah, I'm currently like trying to see, do I want that, but I realize there's no corners, so what am I supposed to do? They don't really give you a lot of options for that. So I just go to the colored wall, the colored one, and just use those options, which are still very, very limited. I try and make it look as realistic as possible without looking limited, because this game is very limited. You can see me there just like putting in the corners. I like to put in the corners first because they're easier to work around. I tried to see, like, could I do, like, a double of this? And I was like, no, I cannot do a double of this. So I don't, because I can't. Yeah, and then I start building the walls. Not the walls, but I start building the walls of the roof. And sometimes you can see me just, like, going down there, looking at how it looks from ground level. Yeah, so there's not really that much to talk about, but I'm going to continue talking because that's what I need to do. And during this, I was actually thinking, like, what if I made a building that was, like, a complete square? It was a square, and it would have multiple areas, so it would, like, go up multiple times. So I ended up building that later. So, yeah, but, like, right now I'm like, do I want a chimney? I asked myself if I want a chimney. I'm like, should I do that? Because it just, like, people wouldn't notice because they only see from one side. And then later I actually decided to do something which would work with forced perspective. It would make it look bigger because it's kind of slightly more at an angle, which makes it look taller. I try and place this down and think, like, would it match with the color? And I'm like, no, it wouldn't match with the color, so I don't. Yeah, and I try and, like, put a chimney, and I'm like, oh, wait, I need to fill in the walls. So that's what I'm currently doing. I'm filling in the walls, and I'm like, the walls of the building currently are kind of annoying because they're just in the way, and they're hard to work with. Like, I'm trying to do it from out there, and it's just hard. So next time I'm always gonna like build the roof last and the back walls last, because those are like what you should naturally do last if you're gonna have windows. Like, if you're gonna do a window where you can look into it, then yeah, you can, you can just have the windows, like, boom, you just look into them. So yeah, there's like different things, and I'm trying to make it look as aesthetically pleasing as possible. But if you guys have any suggestions for what coaster type I should do for the big entrance coaster, make sure that it's a type in Roller Coaster Tycoon. The garage at my house is shutting and opening, and it's very loud, so I don't know if you guys can hear that. If you can, sorry. But yeah. So, it's also sorry if there's bad audio. I am filming this on a phone, and my phone microphone uses a headphone jack, and my current phone doesn't have a headphone jack, which is stupid. But yeah, so I had an adapter, but the adapter, I can't find it. I can't find it because I have housekeepers come over sometimes and clean the house, and they put it somewhere, and I don't know where they put it, so I can't find it. But yeah, I'm still making this, so that's why the audio might be bad. But I'm trying to make it not like horrible. I hope it's not horrible. If it is, sorry. But like, I'm currently just building up the walls for that one area. I'm just trying to make it look good, and not like it's just a facade. Which, I mean, it is a facade, but I'm trying to not make it look like it's just a facade. Because if your guests are like, oh, that's just a facade, then it kind of ruins the feeling, like, oh, I'm stepping into a town. Which I'm trying to get that feeling, that you're stepping into, like, an actual town, like Main Street USA at Disneyland. I'm trying to, like, do that, but obviously it's not a clone of Main Street USA. It's just inspired by Main Street USA. I'm thinking my next area might be a sci-fi area, and you'll get to the sci-fi area by like a monorail, and the monorail ride, it'll show you like blasting into space. I don't know if I can do that, but like the monorail ride will show you blasting into space. It won't be intense because it's a monorail, and then you'll stop at the in the sci-fi area. I think that'll be really cool. If I can't do that, I'm just gonna have it be like a wall. Like a wall that's like brick, and then it's gonna say like tunnel to space, and then you go in, and then you look back and it looks all futuristic. That's what I'm gonna do. I tried to do rooftops like that, and it didn't really work well, so I decided not to do it. And then later you'll see like what I actually did. What I did, I think, at least looks nice. I tried like just placing them like that, and I was like, no, that doesn't really look good. I'm like, that doesn't really look good, just having 3 things just jetting out the top. So I delete those, and then I ultimately do what I am doing and I go over to delete them, and then I go back to buildings, and I go to those, and I'm like, what if I just placed those sideways like that? Would it look good? I'm like, I'm like looking from the sides, and I'm like, no, but I'm like, people won't see it from the sides, so I guess it's okay. So I have it like that, and then I place it. I don't know why I'm pausing there, probably because while I was making this, I was watching a movie, and the movie probably attracted me. I decided, because you'll see it from the sides, to do the corners and then the center. I don't know why I deleted that corner. I place it back soon. I don't know why I did that, but I don't know why I deleted that corner also. Oh yeah, because there are different types of like the pattern on the roof that they have. So I'm like, okay, and then that doesn't work because it's a different size. So I end up deleting it, and then I try that, and it doesn't really look good. So I'm like, what should I do? And then I tried that, and I'm like, yep, that looks good. So I place it there, and then so now we're in a different scene where I'm trying to build another area. This is like kind of a food court. It's gonna have a bunch of food areas near it. I might put benches around it in the next episode, but I'm currently just trying to like put the foods in first trying to get the right dimensions, because I don't know like what the right dimensions would be. I was trying to do like, okay, so one in the center, one on the right, one on the left, and then continue that pattern. So I hope that if I do that, if I did that, it would be a square, and it ended up being a square, which is good. So yeah, you can just see me. I was thinking like, okay, so we'll have, with the 3 ones, we'll have the food in the center, dessert to the left, and drink to the right. So you can see me there. I'm trying to find a drink. I don't know which one to use. I go with hot cocoa because I don't know, I just feel like it goes with the cookies. And then I was like, no, let's do lemonade, because like cookies, hot dogs, and lemonade kind of feel like a picnic. So I just had it be like a picnic, and then I'm like looking at the sides and trying to make it a square, like, okay, so there's blank on that side, blank on that side, and then I mess it up badly because I'm not very good at this, and it ends up failing horribly. So I count the sides, and I'm like, it's because it seems off. I count the sides, and it is off, so I have to delete the paths and remake them. I was like, okay, so that would be correct. And then I make the other ones. I don't know why I just paused there, probably because I was watching the movie. So I just paused there, and then I continue going, and and then I'm like, what should I put there? And then I put that there, and I'm like, no, I didn't mean to put that there. And it was one high. You'll see that it was one high. So I put pizza there because a lot of people like pizza. Pizza is one of the most popular foods. So, like, most people, like, kids would go to pizza. I'm a kid, and I know I like pizza. And then I put sandwiches because it looked like a burger to me. I don't know why I saw that back then, but it wasn't long time ago. What did I say back then? But I saw a burger, so I was like, I saw a burger in that, so I was like, okay, I'll do that. And then there I put coffee because the adults probably wouldn't want that. And then pretzels, like soft pretzels as a snack. And then the last one I put is dessert. I was trying to find ice cream, and I found ice cream. So, yeah. And then I started working on the exterior, and something that's funny, the interior and exterior of this one building took less time than just the exterior of the last building. And this is a bigger interior. it's probably because I used a different exterior and it was a lot more capable of an exterior. I'm saying exterior a lot. So yeah, I put it around the exterior. Exterior is a fun word if you've never said it before, which you probably have, but just say exterior. It's fun. And then I'm just putting on the exterior of the building, and I'm making it the red brick. I tried to make it the red brick, but it turned out as red clay, so I was like, no, it's not supposed to look like that. So then I go back into the buildings and make it brick, and something funny, or at least something that I find funny, is that a lot of times what I do is I choose like the rides. When I'm trying to find a building, I choose rides because before this, I always just made rides and not theming. So I'm just so used to going to the rides because that's all I did. I just made coasters because I like coasters. I'm a coaster enthusiast, not a theme park enthusiast. But yeah, so you can see me putting around the outside of the building there. And yeah. So I'm putting that around, and then I realized something. I don't know if I realized it here or later. I'll tell you the thing that I realized. So I actually try and put something like there, just trying to put something underneath to make it look a bit better. I don't know if I think it does or not, so I might take it out, might not. Just let me know what you think in the comments below. And I start going up, and then there I notice, like, wait, hold on, that building, wait, do I notice it there? But I'm like, wait, hold on, there's two there, and it's kind of clipping through the railings there, so I'm like, no, I don't really like that, so I just delete this, and then I just start going along as normal, and yeah, so I just put that there, and I chose this because it's a lot more capable with its roofs. Like, you saw that I had to use that, and then, like, the thing pops up because the last clip that I used multiple clips. The last one was so long, so the thing, it just now processed it, and I was like, whoa, it did. I thought it cut out, but I didn't, no. So, yeah, I'm just putting up the buildings, and I chose this because I used the roof for the other one. I used the roof of this because this has a lot more capable roof options. This one obviously is going to be a different roof. It's going to have a different style because it's a different building. It's got different dimensions. It's actually got a square dimension. It's actually, I believe, 6 by 6. Because that's a square, and it's 3 on each side. So, yeah, I feel like, and then I was like, okay, I think one more, and then I'll start putting on the roof. So I do one more, and then I start putting on, well, the roof. So, yeah, and now the roof, so I was like thinking, okay, I'll put in the center a piece of path. I thought that, and you might see me doing it soon, you might not, but it doesn't really work. It won't let me for some reason, and I'm like, I don't know, so maybe I tried it earlier, so I just decided, okay, I'll just build a support beam for the building. And then I decide later to make it a chimney. You'll see that. You'll see me deciding to make it a chimney, because it looks good as a chimney. And it's something just jetting out through the center because I wasn't really happy with how the center looked. So I used that as a support beam. And yeah, so I'm putting in the corners because, as I said with the last one, I like doing the corners first because then I can just work inside the corners. I like doing that. So I'm just placing in those. I've gotten a lot better at it since last time. There's the garage again. Sometimes you can see, like, I mess up because this is very, very hard to use touch controls for, like, this game. And then I put in the centers for the second layer because I'm like, okay, so there's going to be a third layer, and that's just going to be 1. So I might as well put in the center there to see if I need the corners. I don't know why I thought to see if I need the corners. But then I was like, okay, I'll place the corners now. So you see me there, go into the corners, and I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing the corners up, and I place the corners. And I place the corners, and yeah, I'm placing the corners there. You can see that I'm placing the corners there. I just accidentally swiped down a bit. And then at the top, I decided to place that. But then I decide, oh, I could use that as a chimney. So I do. I use that as a chimney. And, if I use it as a chimney. And actually, right now, I thought, okay, I'll just place a chimney right there. But I thought, why don't I just use that center as a chimney? So I decide, okay, I'll just use that center as a chimney. Because it looks like a better chimney than what the game provides you with. The game doesn't provide you with a whole lot of materials and resources, so I'm deleting those to make the chimney because it makes it a lot easier to see. Yeah, so I make the chimney there. I try and bring it up to the height that it needs to be at. And I mess up a few times, and then I get it there, and I'm like, okay, that'll be over, but not too much over. So I'm building a chimney, and then I go back. I'm trying to find something that will produce smoke to come out, but I can't really find anything that would produce smoke. If you know where that is, tell me and I'll use it, but I don't know where it is. So I keep looking for something that would use smoke. And then you'll see what I end up doing. I end up, instead of having it be smoke, I have it be fire. I tried it cannons, and I don't think that does anything. So I decide, I'll just use those. Those look like fire. So I use those to make it look like fire. And something funny is that one is actually higher than the other. I realized that later, and now I'm going to fix it in the next episode. I'm going to fix the one being higher than the other. It's a problem. So I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix the one being higher than the other problem. Oh, I try and fix the problem there. I try and fix the problem with the roof. And you can see me here. I'm just placing in the ones that I deleted. And yeah, so once that's done, I actually change it to nighttime. Well, the game changes it to night, and I don't think it's night, so I change it to night because I just want to see how it would look at night. As you can see there, it changed to night on its own. And then you can see me changing it to night. And it looked glowy at night, and I liked that. So, yeah, I have my cat outside of my doorway right now, and he's leaving. But, yeah, so I decided to place the windows. I just think, okay, I'm going to do that. But then I'm like, no, I guess I'll just have it look into the inside. I try to do a bunch of crazy stuff with the windows. I'm like, ooh, what if I did a checkerboard pattern? I did that. It didn't look good. And then I just decided to do all of them. I decided actually next to do a row, and then I decided, okay, I'll just do all of them. So I think it looks really good. I think it honestly does look really good. So I think it looks good, well, the finished product. And I'm like, oh, that one's not supposed to be there. I realized that because I placed one that wasn't supposed to be there. So then I'm just like looking. Never mind. I just look at it and I'm like, that doesn't look right. So I decide, okay, I'll just do lines of it. I'll just do lines, and I decide that doesn't look right either. You can see that the lines do not look right. And I actually decide to use the double, because the double, to me, looks better than the single windows. The double windows look better than the single windows. So, yeah. You can see there. I place in the doubles and I place in the walls to see how it would look. And just from that, I kind of gather, like, okay, I'm gonna place those and see if it looks good. Sorry if there's any noise in the background. That's my family. So I place the walls and the windows, and I'm like, that doesn't look good. And I realize the double windows are actually, like, not the wood. So I decide, okay, I'll delete those, and then I'll just do all windows. And I still use the double windows because at least it looks better. Because not all of them are oh, there, I just realized it. Sorry, my brain just blunked. And then I actually accidentally went into the path tool. But yeah, so there I try and find the wood windows. I go up, 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 and then side, and then down, 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 and then up, 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 and then side, and then down, down, down. And I just keep on doing that until it's done. And then I'm done with that building. And I think it looks really nice. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If there are any mistakes in this video, I'm sorry. This is kind of a really long video, so I tried to get it up as quick as possible. Okay, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Yeah.